met Lynn, she was restrained in both her bed and wheelchair. She was very self-injurious and she was restrained for her own safety.
DeafBlind Ontario Services provides Intervenor, residential and other specialized services to over 50 adults who are deafblind. With residential locations and community services programs across the province, our services extend into a wide range of communities in Ontario, including here in Waterloo Region. Deafblindness is a complex disability that involves varying degrees of both hearing and visual impairment, and that makes it unique to each individual. Intervenors are specially trained to act as partners in communication with people who are deafblind. They act as their eyes and ears, providing the visual and auditory information that they need to interact successfully with other people and their environment. And it was through the helping hand and supportive touch of an intervenor that Lynn began to feel at home at DeafBlind Ontario Services.
Lynn didn't trust easily, so at the beginning we ensured that we tried to build rapport with Lynn, tried to communicate with her as much as possible. Slowly she began to trust us and build that rapport so that she was able to communicate differently than hurting herself. We introduced things like concrete cues. So for instance, when it was time to eat, we would tell her eat and give her a spoon cue. Transitions are very difficult for someone who is deafblind, so giving them any tools to help in that transition, to help anticipate the next activity, makes the experience of going out to that activity more pleasurable because now they can understand.
Gardening is one area we would like to expand with Lynn by creating a sensory garden at her kitchen or home. By leveling the ground and creating wheelchair accessible walkways, a series of raised sensory gardens could be created at Lynn's home in Kitchener. These raised gardens would include a fragrant flower garden, herb garden and vegetable garden to appeal to the senses of taste, touch and smell, as well as a series of wheelchair accessible pathways, a deck and pergola for shade, benches and a water feature for sound and play overhand. The installation of a sensory garden in Waterloo Region would provide our clients with the opportunity for tactile and sensory stimulants, and would also give them the opportunity to learn concepts around gardening, meal preparation, and the harvesting of vegetables and flowers, and how this all translates into everyday living.
95% of what we take in is through our eyes and ears. Lynn is only taking in 5%. Things like touch, smell, taste become very important now for Lynn. Having a sensory garden would mean that Lynn could use that 5% to her advantage. Whether it be an herb garden where she's able to pick a piece of basil, touch it, taste it, smell it, and incorporate it into a spaghetti sauce that she takes in now and understands that that has come from my garden. So it's a bigger piece than just being a plant.
With a helping hand and supportive touch of the community, our dream of creating a sensory garden for Lynn and her roommates in Waterloo Region will become a reality. To help, please visit our website at deafblindontario.com.